Hello folks, welcome to another edition of Fun with Phrasals. My name is Mike Ward. Today we're going to talk about body part phrasal verbs, and I'm going to give you 3 of them. But before I do that, I'm going to give you a bonus phrasal verb, and it is blown away. Now this is a past tense. Blow away would be the present tense. Blown away. And let me give you an example, a sentence. I was blown away by the response to my first video on animal phrasal verbs. Obviously here, blown away means greatly surprised, delighted, impressed by the response of the first video. So many of my old students and current students checked in with me on Facebook and other media to tell me how much they enjoyed the first video. So I hope that this second video is just as good for you. Okay, so again, thank you for blowing me away. Blown away. Alright, so today, as I mentioned, we will talk about body part phrasal verbs. And the first one that I'm going to give you is nose around. Nose around. Alright? So, what does nose around mean? Think about a dog. When a dog is trying to find out something, they use their nose to determine what they're looking for or what may be around. And this is how we use nose around. Nose around is something that means to investigate, to look for something, but also to look for it in a way that is a little secretive. So for instance, you could say that I don't know why my mother was nosing around my room yesterday, or the police were nosing around Jackie's house last night. Maybe he's selling drugs. Alright? So nose around means to investigate, kind of like a dog. And again, be careful of this one because it's mostly used in a negative fashion. As a matter of fact, all of the body part ones that I'm going to give you today are a little bit negative, so please be careful when you use them. All right. Phrasal verb number 2 today is eye up. Eye up. There it is. There it is. Eye up. Eye up means to look at something very carefully because you want it, or there is something not quite right about it and you are suspicious of it. For instance, I could say, I've been eyeing up that Mercedes for the last 6 months. I think I'm finally going to buy it. Alright? Or in a more negative fashion, you could say, I don't know why that guy's eyeing me up. He maybe knows something about me that I don't like. Alright? So, eye up. To examine very carefully, very thoroughly, because either you want something or because something doesn't appear right to you. Alright? And finally, the last one today is mouth off. Mouth off. This one is always a negative. Always a negative. We use mouth off to describe when someone says something inappropriate to some type of an authority figure, whether it could be your parents or a teacher or a boss. For instance, Jackie mouthed off to her mother because she didn't want to do the dishes, or Roscoe mouthed off to the boss during the meeting and was fired as a result. Okay? Mouth off. Okay? Again, this is mostly a pejorative, so be careful with it. So let's review. Alright? We have mouth off, which means to say something inappropriate, usually to an authority figure. Eye up, which means to look at something very carefully because you want it or there's something suspicious about it. And nose around. All right, nose around means to, there we are, nose around means to investigate thoroughly, kind of like a dog sniffing for a clue. And again, this could be negative, it could be positive, all right? And again, I hope this particular video has blown you away. So thanks for watching, and again, tell your friends about this channel. I hope you subscribe to it. Please feel free to share it, and I will be back with another video in about a week. So don't be afraid of using the phrasal verbs, all right? Keep using them, keep trying them out, and I will be back in another week, all right? And this is Mike Ward saying goodbye, and I will see you soon.